Everyone, just a tiny bit of news before we start the session. I made a mistake and recorded the commentary but not the game itself, so I had to start over, and so it's not going to be blind for about 40 minutes. But that's all. No big deal. Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Read I.O. Last time some dramatic things happened. Criminal had a silly Hollywood cyber battle with Codebreaker, and they kind of had their butts handed to them. Sami had a close call when her biocomputer was fried, and Mika got pretty scared by a threat. And now, 2 days later, Masami regains consciousness, and although she did grumble complaints about being unable to use her biocomputer, she seems fine otherwise. We've heard nothing else from Andras beyond that initial message, probably because Mika's been refraining from going outside. We forget our troubles one by one and try to return to our regular daily schedules. Until...
Rita! 大変だ!
He bangs on the door screaming, nearly out of breath. Quite rare for the ever-punctual Kosuke.
こら、コウスケ! 挨拶くらい、ちゃんとしなさいよね! ドア、壊れちゃうよ? 何かあったのね?
いいからこれを見て!
Kosuke takes out a terabyte disk. Its label reads, Top Secret Criminal Records Volume 1.
何これ? もしかして、警察の内部資料?
ええ、その最初の一部です。50音順に並んでます。
なるほど。
名簿の最初を見てほしいんです。
Just what could be written in this list to get Kosuke so excited? List of network-related criminals. Aaron, Alan, An? That's a few years ago. Quite a few years back. Crimes ranging from petty to major like fraud and embezzlement are dated and listed alphabetically by criminal name. But since these aren't full names, could they just be handles? If they are, then that means this data was taken from Biocomputer Countermeasure Department, Cyberforce. That said, something just doesn't feel right. Let's take a closer look. That line. Something's wrong. It feels like something's missing here.
何? アンドラスの名前が、ないです。そんな、どういうことなの?
If these documents are to be believed, then no record of his stalking crime remains. To be more specific, no record of the name Andras remains.
どうも月食のシステム異常の時に一部のデータが削除、改ざんされたらしいんだ。
And that had to include his data of all people too.
このままでは、その男が無罪放免？野放しってことじゃない。どうしよう。またあいつがここに来たら、どうしよう。
Mika grabs her head and starts shaking as she continues muttering to herself. All blood has drained from her face.
大丈夫だから。
I embrace Mika and pat her on the back.
ミカには指一本たりとも触れさせたりしない。あの時と同じように、私が守ってあげる。だから、ね。
Slowly but surely, Mika calms down. Her feeling of relief soaks into me.
ところでこの情報、どうやって見つけてきたんですか?
ギク
Mayumi's abrupt question causes Kosuke's face to soak with an entirely different sort of sweat than before. A much colder sweat.
それはネットで調べたんだ。
あんたにこんなセキュリティが高いファイル入手できるわけないでしょ。
まあな。
はあ?
What's he hiding? Well, there's only one possible answer.
ははん、そういうことね。いつもは私たちが犯罪に走らないように見張るとか言ってたくせにね。へー、ほー。
Kosuke probably made a special request to borrow the file from a certain place. Or maybe just the borrow part. After all, his father...
まあ、こうちゃんの追求はいつでもできるとして。
If we all used our own methods of interrogation, I'm sure we'd get him to talk. It's just that now's not the time, and I have no intention of abusing him.
アンドラスの件は早いところ手を打たなくっちゃね。とにかく絶対許せない。女の敵です。私たちの手で絶対捕まえましょう。みんなありがとう。
Mika hangs her head as if weighed down by a flood of tears. I just can't stand to see her like this.
ネットが正常であること、そして正しくあることは世界があるべき姿でいるためにとても大事なこと。それは時として人命に優先される。
リーダー。
This is a warning I give from time to time. Not just a warning to my friends who get engrossed in cracking half for fun, but also to myself.
私には命を投げ出して守るべき、そんな大事なものがある。
I glare at the monitor. Because I get the feeling that on the other side of the monitor, the enemy's laughing at us from close by.
ネットにはびこる悪。それを必ずこの手で退治してやりましょう。ねえみんな。はい。
And Andras is either a member of Code, or he at least has some sort of connections to it. Cyberforce we've always been at odds with, and then there's he. In this situation, it's best we view everyone else as a potential enemy. The only ones we can trust are ourselves, and that's just fine. By the power of criminal, we'll show him who's boss. The first time I've been out in ages, the sky is soaked in evening colors. Hey, she's actually going out. We thought that she never left her penthouse, but here she is walking. So she's not afraid to go out or anything. Just doesn't want to. The shopping district is bustling with shoppers and company employees dining out. But one small turn away from the main street, and the area quickly becomes dim and gloomy. The lonely atmosphere here is in stark contrast to the bustling main street. The lines of stores here look somehow more dilapidated than those up front. But then again, it's not like I came here to shop or dine. No, I came to the shady side because I've got business here.
おや?
I catch sight of a peculiar man walking up ahead, a skinny man wearing a black jacket. He's been looking around restlessly for a while now, as if he can't calm down. Full points on the suspicious scale. The man slips into an inconspicuous gap between buildings. Something smells. Smells fishy. I sneak my way behind him and pursue him like a shadow. There, the skinny man is greeted by a plump man, dressed similarly in a black jacket. The exact same jacket with the exact same insignia on the back. Is that an anime character? I think I can guess what it is. Well, I think you can guess what it is. She's facing this way with a smile on her face. How can adult men shamelessly walk in public flaunting an insignia like that? Their tastes must surely run contrary to mine. I quit the idle thoughts and focus on what the men are saying.
神様、どうぞこれをお受け取りください。
Looks like some sort of transactions afoot. The skinny man takes an envelope out of his jacket pocket and presents it to the man he called Sin. Wait, Sin? Sin checks the envelope's contents. Let's see, 1, 2, 10,000 yen notes, and then one additional 1,000 yen note. Having confirmed the total to his satisfaction, Sin places the cash in his bag. He then takes something out and hands it over to the skinny man. Whatever it is, I can't tell from here.
ありがとうございます。これでまた神に一歩近づけます。
Sure. My instincts tell me that this isn't some trifling matter.
ちょっとあんたたち、何やってるのよ。
I jump out from behind the cover of a building's corner.
やばい、見られた。うわ！逃げるぞ。
The two men panic and run off in the opposite direction, serving only as further evidence that this was an illegal transaction.
こら、待ちなさい。
Just when I start to chase after them, a skinny man knocks over a trash can placed at the side. A flurry of vegetable scraps, fish bones, chicken bones, and other miscellaneous food waste comes flying at me. I fall backwards, unable to dodge the raining garbage, and get left behind to watch the two men escape the alleyway.
この逃げるな。
No matter how much I yell and flap my arms, the men's footsteps continue to echo between buildings and fade away. There's no time for me to catch up to them.
もう、覚えておきなさいよ。
My voice echoes to no one in particular. The cry of a sore loser. Oh well, back to what I came here for. The junk shop, Death's Crossroads. What a name. A store I frequent that specializes in PC repair and upgrades. On the surface, that is. The real reason I went all the way out here is because I have business with the store's underground side. Business with the shopkeeper specifically. He might know something about what's going on.
いらっしゃい。って、なんだイシュタルか。
The shopkeeper comes out and scowls with his already stern face.
なんだとは何よ。なんだとは。
Igarashi Kosuke. Kosak. Kosak. AKA Nergal, a friend of mine back from Anunnaki.
そんなことよりお前なんかおかしな匂いがするぞ。
It's because of that garbage. Damn those little... How dare they shame me like this? Next time I see them, I'm going to pay the shame back 100-fold, and then blog about it.
まあいい。で今日は何の用だ？新しい部品ならたんと入ってるぞ。
今日はそっちじゃなくて、話を聞きに来たの。あなたなら何か知ってるんじゃないかと思って。
話？
実はね。
I tell him about what happened with Andras the other day.
悪いことは言わねえ。今回の山は降りた方がいい。
Upon hearing me out from start to finish, Nergal just shakes his head.
どうして？
どうしてもだ。
うちの可愛いメンバーが狙われてるのよ。そんなことできるわけないじゃない。
そうかい。じゃああんたはメンバーだけ見ていればいい。事件を自分たちの手で解決しようとするな。
He doesn't show any hint that he'll divulge it, but the way he speaks seems to indicate that he does know something. Let's revise our methods of negotiation. How do I get him to talk? And as you can see, I've already been through this. So, yeah. Just try different things.
ひっどーい。困ってる仲間を放っておくだなんて、それでも人間なの？
なんとでもいい。俺は金とパソコンがあればそれでいい。それに仲間だったのも昔のことだ。
ケチ、ケチ。
適切な人物表、痛み入る。
Guess I can't pressure him.
そんな、ひどいわ。私とあなたの仲はそんなもんだったの？
ああ、その程度の仲だな。
Damn it. Instant rejection. I bring my fingers to my mouth and look up at Nergal with upturned eyes.
泣き真似するな。
Read my mind, huh? Then how about this? Invoking one of Lady Ishtar's final hidden secrets. Actually cry when pretending to cry. It's super effective against Kosuke. And since Nergal's a man, it should work on him too.
泣いたって知らん。ああ、それとそこのティッシュは売り物だからな。
I'm almost certain that Nergal has coins for red blood cells.
ねえ、どうしてもダメ？
ダメだ。
教えてくれたら、私、いいことしてあげるんだけどな。
I gyrate my body towards Nergal.
アホか。俺は乳臭いガキに興味ない。
なんですって？誰がガキよ。私だって、それなりには、あるもん。
I pound my chest in pride.
そこで意地張るあたりがガキだって言うんだ。
It's not like I was seriously planning on doing anything, but it's really sad to be essentially told that you have no feminine wiles. Oh, come on. How stingy can one man be? You better give me the information I need, or else I'd have to go home without it, and that would suck.
しょうがないわね。
I sigh deeply.
ああ、諦めた方が身のためだ。
Nergal nods, and I start talking to myself out loud, really loud.
今、ちょうど知り合いが電脳のオーバーホールしてくれる人を探してるんだよね。せっかくだからネルガルに紹介しようと思ってたんだけど。
ほう、それで？
それでって。
Nergal shows no signs of joy. Even though biocomputer-related operations push huge sums of money, what happened to him being a money grubber?
俺の腕を見込んで修理をお願いしたいと。そういうことだろ。
それはそうなんだけど。
なら話を聞こう。
ぐわっ。
I was intending to use the referral as a bargaining point.
その子を紹介する代わりに、さっきの情報を教えてもらえないかな。
なんだ、そういうことなら話はなしだ。
なんでよ。
俺の料金が高いのには訳がある。安かろう悪かろうでいいなら他を渡るんだな。
But still, I can't falter here. I need to pull through. For our team. For Mika.
うんと言ってくれるまで、ここ動かないからね。
I declare my intentions as I sit down at the storefront. Now it's an all-out war of attrition.
お前はダダっ子か。
それでいいもん。
あの女。
あなたが望むなら、土下座だって、その他の要求だって何でも聞く。だからお願い。
I place my hands together in front of Nergal as I speak.
まったく、困ったお嬢ちゃんだな。ちっとも変わっちゃいね
え？
Nergal's line of sight points directly to my chest. Now that's strange. My acts of seduction had no effect on him before. Oh wait, no. He's looking at the rosary I've got within my grasp.
誰に拝んでも無駄だ。いつまでもそうしてると水まくぞ。
Nergal glares at me with stern eyes.
ごめん。でも、ここは絶対に譲れない。教えてくれるなら、ちゃんと代金は払うから。
Upon my proposal, Nergal turns his back on me and taps away on a calculator.
そういうことは最初から言うんだな。
それってつまり、1、10、100、1000万、10万。
It's on the lower end of 6-digit numbers, but still.
交渉はなし。払わねえ気ならそれで終わりだ。わかったか？わかったならどっちにしろさっさと立て。商売の邪魔だ。
I turn around and see a woman peering into the store. The moment we make eye contact, she twitches and walks away.
そんな。
Was I really that weird?
みんな、客が離れちまった。ともかく、そんなところにいられちゃ迷惑だ。さっさと奥に来な。
Nergal turns away right as he finishes speaking.
ちょっと待った。
I get up, dust off my knees, and follow after Nergal. I can hear him muttering something or another from further inside the store.
姉に似て、言い出したら聞きやしねえ。
So, Nergal continues to look up information on his computer without bothering to turn this way.
クリミナルが遭遇したファイル盗難事件はコード絡みだって言ったな。
今話題になってるテロ組織だかなんだか知らないけど、こっちを散々コケにしてくれたわ。
イシュタルよ。
何を改まって。
この件の発端はエクサーク絡みじゃねえのか？
It's unusual for Nergal to ask a question like that. What exactly is his intent? Let's just proceed with caution and observe the situation for now.
クライアントの情報を漏らすわけにはいかないわ。そんなのネルガルだったら分かりすぎるほどよく知ってるでしょ。
もちろんだ。だがお前さんはまだ修行が足りねえな。最初の妙な間のせいですでにバレバレだ。
あう。
What just happened? Was that payback for my incessant begging?
ゼノン社は知ってるな。
Another abrupt question, courtesy of Nergal.
ナノテクノロジーを応用して医療技術の最先端を言ってた会社だったよね。しばらく前までは電脳のインターフェースとかも作ってたし。
Why would he be asking this all of a sudden?
熾烈な技術競争に敗れeXarchに吸収合併されたのがそのゼノンだ。
一時はeXarchをしのぐ勢いだったのに、結局ナノテク戦争の敗者になっちゃったんだよね。残念。
敗者か。間違いないな。ただもしフェアな競争だったとしたら勝負も行方は分からなかった。むしろゼノンが優勢だったろ。
どういうこと？
eXarchはな、ゼノンの研究成果を横取りしたんだ。
それってまさかクラッキングで？
そうだ。しかも元データは原型をとどめないほど改ざんされていた。
でも結局は研究成果なんて人間が生み出すものでしょ？
当然その段階で研究者の引き抜きも行われた。主要研究者とデータの両方を失ったゼノンは立ち直れないほどの深手を負った。
それだけ分かってれば裁判に訴えれば。
あのeXarchがそんなヘマをするとでも思うか？全ては状況証拠のみ。ゼノンは泣き寝入りするしかなかった。
I've had the feeling that eXarch wasn't the cleanest of companies, but now that I've been shown an example of their wrongdoing, it makes me sick to the stomach. A great majority of our work is commissioned by eXarch, so it's not as simple a question of whether or not we can associate ourselves with them this late in the game. That said, we still need to exercise a little more caution.
ちなみにそんな手口で潰されたのはゼノン一社に限らねえ。いずれにしろ気をつけることだな。あの会社に深入りするのはよくねえよ。
ネルガル、ありがとう。
Right as I'm about to thank him, Nergal finally turns to look me in the eyes.
今のは昔のよしみってことでサービスにしてやる。これから料金分の話をする。
Nergal's skill is something to be reckoned with, and though he might complain while doing it, he does hear out even unreasonable requests. I think he'd gain more customers if he'd be just a tad bit more courteous, but just thinking about a courteous Nergal... Wow, way too scary for me.
君が悪いな。なんだその薄ら笑いは。
なんでも。
そんな顔してるとバカだと見抜かれるぞ。きちんと口元は閉じとけ。
そうだね。
Thanks, Nergal. I silently thank him again in my heart.
さて、そのアンドラスとかいう男だが、やはりコードの一員だ。お前。
あっちゃ。
I let out a groan. It's one thing to deal with a stalker, an entirely different thing to deal with a terrorist stalker.
悠長な連中じゃない。活動の主体こそサイバーテロだが、それだけじゃ収まらねえ。
どういうこと？サイバーテロってのは見た目は派手だけど、そのほとんどは愉快犯よ。
リアルで殺されたものだっている。
そんな。
コードの仕業だとバレなきゃ迷宮入りの殺人事件だからな。
そんな。
それからこいつはあくまで噂だが、最近出回ってるデザイナーズドラッグ、コードが売りさばいているらしい。
Nergal looks at me with a stern face. Maybe he's worried about me. But still...
とにかく、そのストーカーも含めて、一連の事件にはコードが関わってるわけね。
どうするつもりだ？
もちろん、全面戦争よ。
こんなお嬢ちゃんが。
Nergal breathed a deep sigh as he cocks his head.
コス肉の争いになるってんの？
What's that supposed to mean?
今言ったこと、詳しく聞かせてもらえる？
ただの独り言だ。気にするな。
気になるわよ。コードには私の身内が絡んでるというの？
料金分はこれで終わりだ。どうしても知りたきゃ自分でその答えを探すことだな。これ以上は顧客のプライバシーに関わるので口が裂けても言えねえよ。
Now Nergal averts his eyes.
まさか連中とも取引してるってこと？
忘れたのか？俺は適正な料金さえ支払ってくれるクライアントなら誰とでも付きよ。
それはそうなんだけど。
Once he takes his stance, there's never any moving him.
わかった。いろいろありがとう。あとは自分の手で何とかしてみるわ。
深入りはするな。警告はしたぞ。
それは無理な相談よ。何としてもミカを助けるんだから。
こういうことは引き際が肝心なんだ。
はいはい。まあそういうことで、私はそろそろ行くから。
I turn back as I talk.
いつもの口座から引いとくぜ。
いつも信頼してるから。
I look back and wink.
まったく、妹の仕込みはもう少しちゃんとしてる。
Nergal stays behind in the room and mutters something or another under his breath.